Today I want to give you a behind-the-scenes look at the entire video podcast setup I have here in the studio to produce multiple video podcasts a week. From the mics and audio interfaces to camera and switcher, even a foot pedal that helps me switch the cameras while I'm recording. Let's jump into it. All right, there's a lot going on this desk. We're going to go through all of it. And if you want to learn more about the little mobile rig I'm using to record, you can check out the video above. First of all, the microphone I use for all my video podcasts is this. This is the Earthworks Ethos. It's an incredible microphone. We have a whole video comparing it to the SM7B, and that XLR cable is running down the microphone arm all the way over to the Rodecaster Pro II, and this is what I use to power all the audio devices, both my podcasting microphone in channel 1, and also the shotgun microphone I use for videos. That's the Sennheiser MKH 416, and that XLR is going down under the table, also into the Rodecaster Pro II. Also, a little pro tip, if you get a microphone like this, get that right angle XLR, it'll make your life a lot better. And that Rodecaster Pro II is connected to the Mac Studio right here underneath my studio display, and that powers everything on the desk. You'll see a couple external SSDs there. This little wireless charger is from Anker. You can wirelessly charge your phone, and there's actually plugs on the back, USB-C, A, and just full-on outlets, which is really helpful when you need to charge things quickly. I have an Apple TV over here, and that's next to my video switcher, which is the Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pro. The ATEM Mini series is incredible for video podcasting. You've got 4 HDMI inputs. You can do things like picture-in-picture, and there's software where you can actually control the video switching from things like a Stream Deck, which I'll show you in a second. This monitor to my left is actually connected to an arm that's clamped to the desk, and this is the multi-view from the Blackmagic switcher. As you can see, I have my camera 1 right here, which we'll talk about the camera in a second. Camera 2, which is my top-down shot. You'll see that above, mounted to the wall. If you want to learn more about building a home studio, including the sound panels and acoustic treatment, check out the video above. Back to the multi-view, so I have camera 1, camera 2. I have an Apple TV also connected to the Blackmagic switcher, and my Mac Studio is also here. This way, if I ever want to show a website, but actually just switch to it on the switcher rather than sharing a screen, I can drag it over here and then put that in the switcher. Speaking of cameras, my main camera is back here. This is the Sony A7 IV with a Sigma 35mm lens, f1.4, and that's connected via HDMI to the switcher and also connected to USB-C constant power. That's mounted to this arm, which is then clamped to the desk, and it's just always ready to go. My B camera, or top-down shot, that is a Sony A6400 with a Sigma 24 to 70mm lens, and that's what gets that nice top-down shot that I can switch to using the switcher or just record as B-roll. Now, I also have an audio output from the Rodecaster Pro II going over to the mic input on the ATEM Mini Pro. This way, if I want to stream with the ATEM Mini Pro or record directly to a USB stick, it's also getting the same audio that I'll be recording directly in Riverside. And of course, you need to monitor your own voice when you record. That's why I have a pair of headphones here connected to the Rodecaster Pro II. Now, how do I control this video switcher when I'm podcasting live? Well, I can do it a couple ways. I actually have a Stream Deck right here. This is an incredible tool where you can add shortcuts or custom commands for different applications, but actually use a free utility called Companion. This is from the maker Bitfocus, and it allows you to connect Stream Deck products directly to your ATEM Mini Pro video switcher. And then I can customize certain buttons here on the Stream Deck. For instance, if I want to put camera 2 in the big preview window rather than the Mac, I can hit Cam 2 Preview on the Stream Deck, and now it's over in preview. I can also change the program output, like what's being recorded in Riverside, using these buttons, and even add picture-in-picture. So using the buttons on the Stream Deck, I can go from camera 1 to camera 2, or even my Mac, and then add picture-in-picture all right here from the Stream Deck. Really powerful and allows me to record seamlessly with minimal editing. Now, what also makes this powerful is not only can I control it from my Stream Deck, but I also have the Stream Deck pedal. This sits on the floor. It has 3 buttons, left, center, and right. And hitting this pedal, I can actually change the ATEM Mini Pro from camera 1, 2, and picture-in-picture. So just using the pedal, look ma, no hands, I can go from camera 1 to my Mac and add picture-in-picture all with my foot. Now, what you can see from the top of the desk is things like my camera charger, these lights, which is an Amaran 200X with a light dome 2, my Elgato Air for a fill light, and all the smart lights here in the studio. All these colored lights on the back, my hair light, they're all on HomeKit switches. This way I can run a scene and be ready to record in just a few seconds. While I do have some cable management going, you can see some of the smart plugs underneath. Here on my keyboard tray, I have my keyboard, Magic Mouse, Apple TV remote, and then also some HomeKit buttons where I can run scenes and be ready to record. This button here is from Aqara, and let's say I'm coming in the office for the beginning of the day. I want to open the window and turn on my ceiling fan. I press this button once, and you'll see my filming lights turn off, my shades start raising, and my ceiling fan turns on. But now if I want to record, I can press this button. This is from the maker of 2.0, and it's actually a Matter-compatible button, so this will work with any of your smart home ecosystems. I can click this once, and this is going to set my filming scene. And so my ceiling fan turned off, My shades are going to begin to close. My hair light and all my colored LED lights have turned on behind me. My key light's turned on, and as soon as that shade lowers, I'll be ready to film in just a few seconds. And then the most important part of filming your video podcast is the platform you use to record, especially with remote guests. And for that, of course, I use Riverside. So here I've logged into my Riverside account. I'll go to my studio. Here in the lobby before entering the studio, this is where I'll choose all my video and audio devices. So for camera, because I have the Blackmagic ATEM Mini Pro as my switcher, I'll choose that as the camera. For my microphone, I'll choose the Rodecaster Pro II, and for the speaker, I'll also choose the Rodecaster Pro II because that's what my headphones are connected to. If you need help on setting up a Rodecaster Pro II to work with Riverside, check out the video above or in the description. I'll select that I'm using headphones and then join the studio, and I'm ready to record. I send an invite link to my remote guest, and I can record my video podcast in just a few seconds. If you want to learn more about building a video podcast setup or even a full home studio, you can check out the video above or the links in the description. And don't forget to subscribe to the Riverside channel. Lots of content there on like the best USB mics if you're just getting started, how to reduce mouth sounds in your recording, and a whole playlist of 2-minute tutorials to get you started really fast. Check that out above, or you can click it right here. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.